Colonel Bluebird been here?
Well, several people have stopped by this morning, and none of them was Colonel Bluebird.
I don't believe this. He promised he wouldn't disappear again.
He didn't keep his appointment with Captain Duncan.
He came into Turner Instruments this morning. He got Duncan ready for the pre-flight check, and then he proceeded to miss the entire test.
And you have no idea where he went?
He got a call in my office. Then he raced out the door. And just before that, he told me there was nothing to worry about.
How did Captain Duncan do?
This doesn't make any sense. Kentucky knows how important it is that the government be satisfied with this check. Now, getting Duncan ready for it is not the same thing as being there and taking him through it himself.
Well, maybe Captain Bluebird, Colonel Bluebird, had an emergency. I can't imagine he'd leave for any other reason.
That's what worries me. He's never let me down before. What could be so important that it would take precedence over the prototype?
Hey, Doc, you ought to join the CIA. That's a mean code to decipher, isn't it? Worse than hieroglyphics, right? Yeah, make a good Rorschach test, though. Colonel Bluebird, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you look at those squiggly little lines, yeah? Okay, well, the first thing that comes to my mind is a sobriety test I took once, and the second thing that comes to my mind is a bunch of night crawlers I used to catch a 20-pound bass. Oh, I'm not supposed to say night crawlers, right? That's a sign of depraved sexuality. Bob, I'm not a stand-up comic. I'm only good for 5 minutes. You better crack a smile or read me the verdict.
Marie, has Colonel Bluebird shown up? Did you check with John Roberts? How about Dr. McHugh? The guards at the hangar? No, you call me if he does. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Well, I don't know where else to call or where else to look.
Where is he staying?
Oh, a charming place. Sometimes called the Hillside Hotel, or known as the Wooded Way Station, or possibly the Babbling Brook Manor. Oh.
Is it in Henderson?
It's on my property. Colonel Bluebird seems to think he has squatter's rights.
Are you telling me he's been living outdoors?
The only roof he wants over his head is the Milky Way.
Well, I'm surprised he hasn't caught pneumonia.
I checked the guest cottage thinking he had come to his senses.
What about the stables?
A lot of hay down there. And an empty can of corned beef hash.
You really don't know much about him, do you?
That's what's so frustrating, Kate.
What about the phone call he got in your office?
It's from an old friend of his. We ran into him in a restaurant. A Robert Hand, an old school chum. Kentucky barely introduced me. Now, I don't know if that guy's in Henderson. I don't know if he lives in Henderson.
You still haven't told me how Captain Duncan checked out.
Oh, he did very well on the preliminary test, and he passed my test as well.
Yours?
I asked him if he knew what a seventh heaven was.
Is that the drink that did in Captain Burns?
It certainly did. He said he thought it was a euphemism for a place of great beauty and serenity. That pleased me a lot. And I asked him what he thought of the color purple. He said he loathed it, no offense. If you recall, that's what Captain Grosser wanted to paint the prototype because it matched his karma.
Colonel Bluebird may be right. With Captain Duncan behind the controls, you will have nothing to worry about.
I do feel we're in capable hands.
And so is Turner Instruments. You have done a remarkable job. Taking a corporation like TI in hand and making it work. I admire your intelligence and your determination, and so does Colonel Bluebird. And that's why he wasn't afraid to leave you alone this morning.
Kate, sometimes when I am alone, sitting behind Travis's desk, I'm just overwhelmed. I think, Liza, what are you trying to do here? Then Kentucky walks in and says, "Ma'am, I think you can do anything you put your mind to."
He knows how strong you are.
Well, I wasn't so strong when Turner was missing. Kentucky knew that. He came right back and just took care of everything.
Well, he does seem to come back.
Finding Turner for me was an early Christmas present. Certainly one I'll never be able to match. Maybe I'll ask him to join us for Christmas.
Oh, that would be a lovely idea.
Now, if I can just find him.
For the most part, I'm pleased with the results of your EKG.
Well, I can live with the word please, but what's the prognosis on it for the most part?
That depends on you. This willy-nilly attitude is not what I prescribed.
You think it's part of the nicotine withdrawal?
Nicotine, no. Withdrawal, yes. Kentucky, I've seen this kind of denial before. You cut out cholesterol, you quit smoking, drinking, then you seem to think you can ignore everything else.
What everything else? There's nothing left.
I recommended regular checkups, part of your treatment. You seem to think you can come and go as you please.
I'm not a 9-to-5 man. I don't punch in, I don't punch out.
If you don't take these exams seriously, you're going to punch out, whether you like it or not. This exam was way overdue.
Okay. You got the vital statistics. Now give me the lowdown.
You're lucky. There hasn't been any significant change since your last visit.
Then why the hard sell?
You have a cardiovascular disease. You want it in technical terms? All right. Specifically, there is a blockage of your coronary arteries, which means that your heart may not be strong enough to pump sufficient blood to meet your body's demands.
Yeah.
Congestive heart failure is the bottom line.
So? I won't run the marathon in the next Olympics. Tell me what I want to know. Can I fly or can I?
If it's for pleasure, yes.
Well, Mrs. Sintel sitting beside me in a supersonic jet would be a very pleasurable experience.
No supersonics, small aircraft that fly low.
Put together with spit and glue. I don't think I'm going to be able to find one of those in T.I.'s hangar.
Then keep your feet on the ground. You try to do any high-stress flying, and the plane will not be the only thing straining at the seams.
Come on, now, you helped us find Turner. Don't you have any clues that'll take us to Kentucky? He probably wants me to open the door so he can look out. Well, guess what? I'm on to you, you rascal. You'll use it as an excuse to explore, won't you? I've already been out there. There's no Kentucky. It can't be. It is.
Surprise!
Oh, it is.
We just wanted to show you what the kids at the runaway shelter made for us.
What, like right on the door?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Hey, look at this great wreath we got.
This is beautiful.
You guys want to hear a neat story? When we got to the runaway shelter, all the kids were waiting for us because they knew we were going to bring all these great presents.
Yeah, and we told them Joe bought some video games.
So when we got there, all the kids were ready to play. You know, I think the one they liked the best was the one with the space invaders. We had to shoot them down before they attacked the mothership.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I hope you at least bought one educational game.
Oh, well, how about shoot down the punctuation marks and scramble up the sentence before the message gets to the mothership?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you might have won that one.
Honey, you promised.
You played the video games?
Yeah, well, only the educational ones because they're kind of tricky, honey. I was trying to demonstrate.
Oh, what a wipeout looks like.
That was intentional.
Then why were you hitting the computer?
I wasn't hitting the computer. I was brushing off some dust. Dust is very bad for the sensitivity of that equipment, you see.
Granddad wants to buy one for Turner, too, so he can play at home and practice and then go back and take on every kid in the house.
Well, not Louie. I already beat little Louie.
Who's little Louie?
Mrs. Carlin's 6-year-old grandson.
He only happens to be the champion of the first grade.
I'm glad you both had a good time.
Yeah. Listen, why don't I get some nails and we'll hang this thing, okay?
I'll get some cookies for energy.
This sounds good.
You know, seeing all those kids made me realize how lucky I am. Some of them are just so scared, and they stare at you with these big, suspicious eyes.
I remember.
So do I. I remember when you and Travis came in. You two would just stare right back at me and smile. I couldn't believe it. I was so mean sometimes. I just didn't realize a person could be so loving. But when you and Travis brought me home, something really wonderful happened. I started to love back. And that's a good thing.
A very good thing.
You know, Christmas was never a very special thing for me. It was just another day that would go by. Except just a little bit sadder because everyone else was so happy. I always wondered if it was really that much fun to go running around and getting everything ready. And now I know it is. You know what else I learned? I finally learned why everyone is always so happy at Christmas and always smiling. It's because they had a family to go to who loved them very much. I didn't realize that when we were talking this morning. You're right, though. Christmas is the time to be with family. And now that I have one, I'm never gonna leave.
Hey, come on. You want to help me hang this thing? I think the hammer's behind the bar.
I'll get it.
Liza,
I'm coming.
help me center it, okay?
Yes, we are going to get that thing centered this year.
How's that?
See. A little higher, a little higher.
How about that?
Maybe we should try the bow at the bottom.
Oh. Hey, TR, where's the hammer?
Lloyd, I've been looking for you. I'd like you to meet Martin Daigle, the father of the little girl who was found. This is Lloyd Kendall.
Miss Daigle, it's a pleasure. We here at the Herald are very pleased that your daughter was returned unharmed.
Well, it was your series that put us in contact with the right agencies. You know, I can never thank you enough for running it in your newspaper.
Well, credit is all Miss Adamson's. It was her idea and her sensitive execution that created the series.
Well, Miss Adamson says it was your authorization to put the series into print. You know, I can still remember the terror when I realized Jennifer was gone. After a while, you feel nothing. You're numb. You go through the motions of living. I've done that for 2 years. My daughter's birthday came and went. Christmases came and went. And all that time, I couldn't watch her grow. I couldn't share in her life. But then the miracle happened. I heard my daughter's voice. Daddy.
I can only imagine what that must feel like.
Miss Adamson put it down so beautifully in today's paper. I'm saving a copy for Jennifer.
What you just said is more meaningful than anything I wrote in that article.
As long as you understand how thankful I am to you both, I'm satisfied. Oh, my wife and I would like you to meet Jennifer after she's gotten used to being home.
We'd like that very much.
Yes, certainly. Your daughter's readjustment will probably be very difficult.
Well, that's hard to say. Now, I know it'll take time, but see, time can be conquered. That's what we just proved. And my family is together because of you and Miss Adamson. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'm glad the Herald could help.
Miss Adamson, again, my deepest thanks. You've both given me a most joyous Christmas. I hope you will have the same.
TR, that is the third candy cane you've eaten.
I can't help it, Kate. Eating the decorations is half the fun.
Well, I'm glad you didn't try stringing popcorn.
I did. It was delicious.
Honey, you want to call T.I.? Maybe Kentucky finally showed up.
No, Marie's supposed to call me. She knows I'm concerned.
Well, I'm not surprised, honey. He has been known to disappear before.
You think he's not coming back?
Liza, you said you searched the clearing. Were his things there?
He only owns a double sleeping bag. That's still here.
Well, then I wouldn't worry. He probably went to the North Pole to give Rudolph a flying lesson.
B544.
I think that is Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh, that Jack in the...
Where in the world have you been?
Quick, what's the Santa sound?
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, the ho-ho-ho! Ho-ho-ho!
You are a very strange-looking Santa Claus.
Well, I left my red suit at the cleaners. I hope it won't stop you from accepting these.
Oh, well, I'll put them under the tree.
Yeah, here, let me-
How could you do it?
The Christmas spirit touches us all.
I'm talking about the pre-flight test. You didn't show up for it. You didn't even call me to let
Well,
me know
from what
when you were
I
going-
hear, ma'am, you got cause to celebrate. Captain Duncan performed even better than we expected, didn't he?
Who told you that?
Well, you know me.
It's hard to know someone who blindfolds you every chance he gets.
I like to keep guessing. No harm intended.
Yeah, well, it's unsettling to grope in the dark.
Well, my hand's right here, ma'am. Anytime you want to take it.
Where was your hand this morning?
It's Christmas time. I need a boat in my hand for my presents.
Yeah, well, it looks like you bought out half of Henderson.
Yeah, well, I stopped into an antique store, too, you know, and I found this real nice horsehair sofa. Kind of reminded me of somebody's great-grandmother in the front parlor there, so I wanted to try it out.
Did you?
Yes, I did. A funny thing happened. Immediately that I sat down, I proceeded to fold my hands and stare straight in front of me.
Feels awful, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a terrible thing, terrible thing. I think that minding your manners is the worst thing that can happen to a person, especially a person that's daring and full of life.
Liza, you won't believe what Kentucky did. He got a present for everyone. Hazel and Bomber and Kentucky the puppy and Matilda, everyone. Except you. Do you think maybe they forgot to pack it at the store?
Oh, no, some presents find their own place and time. Just a song at twilight when the lights are low. You get your present later.
Excuse me, could you give me some help?
I doubt it. Lab's closing.
Oh, I'm looking for Timothy Wells.
Oh, he isn't here.
Do you know where I could find him?
He's probably sweating it out under half a dozen blankets.
Excuse me?
He went home sick. Probably a 24-hour virus.
He was preparing a lab report for me. Do you have any idea where it might be?
I get enough of my own work without taking on Tim's assignments. Besides, I'm just helping out while he's away.
Well, he must have some special place where he keeps his files.
Yeah, in his briefcase, which he took home.
Well, why would he take it home? He was doing the lab work here. Give a look, huh? The name is Kendall, Lloyd Kendall.
Don't see anything.
What about in the back?
Lab closes at 5. It's past that now.
Well, it's just a few minutes past 5.
That's not the point. I'm not Wells. I can't tear the place apart looking for your file. Ask him tomorrow.
Well, I'd like to ask him today. Could you dial his number?
Did you
and
hear me? He went home sick. Now, I am not going to wake him up to ask him about some lab reports he's too wiped out to read.
I don't believe it. When? How? Oh, my... No, reassure him. I understand it's not his fault, but... No, don't tell anyone. Wait till you hear from me. Yeah. Okay. Phil Duncan broke his leg.
I don't believe it. I just called over there an hour ago and everything was fine.
It just happened. He slipped on a patch of ice out by the hangar.
So what's the story?
He's all right. His leg is in a full cast. He can't possibly... He's very upset, and he feels like it's all his fault. He should have been paying more attention to where he was walking.
Pilot with his feet on the ground isn't in a natural state.
He was our last possible candidate.
Well, that's what you have to tell Washington when you call and ask them for a postponement.
I can't do that. They're not going to give me another delay.
Why not? A pilot with a broken leg is a legitimate excuse.
Oh, yeah, sure, if it's out there by itself, but not lined up with a string of delays, computer malfunctions, and chemical lab. No, don't you see how this looks right now? If T.I. can't deliver on this contract, then I don't care what goes on. Excuses become irrelevant.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that, because you just had a string of bad luck here. It could happen to anybody. I'll tell you what, I'm going to call Washington. I got a little pull there, and I'm going to make them listen.
No. Listen, the last time I spoke to General Dyer, he's expecting this test tomorrow. And then he wants a subsequent test before the first of the year. He laid it on the line to me exactly the way it's going to be, and forget any more extensions. It's not going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Prototype will fly as scheduled tomorrow.
We have screened every possible
Merry
candidate.
Christmas, Liza. You got yourself a pilot.